The Scoia'tael fighters stood no chance against Meve. When the sounds of battle finally ceased, the queen, victorious, tossed aside her arrow-studded shield. She then ordered the commando's leader brought before her. She'd expected a ranter who would turn up his nose, spit in her face, and cry, "Death to all Dwan." But the bloodied elf before her was no arrogant firebrand. He averted his gaze, and his lips gently trembled.
Youthful you look, elf. How many summers to you? 30? More?
27, my lady.
27. A wonderful age. A shame to die so young.
I beg you, Renna. For mercy, I ask. If not for me, then at the least for...
Mercy? You jest. You wait in ambush, come at us like bandits, and now you dare ask for mercy?
It was no ambush.
Don't play me for a fool. I know what I saw, and am no stranger to warcraft.
Okay. Are you trying to put an Easter egg in here, CDPR? You've thrown quite a few in.
It's not you we wish to fight. Sverre.
Then who killed Corporal Larkin, Werebubs?
Werebubs.
When we saw you on the high road, we fell back and hid in the wood. We wanted you to pass. Your scout's hearing, very keen. He heard something, then spotted our tracks. You must understand, we had no choice.
You might have surrendered.
You know you might have surrendered.
Like Dristan's commando. Is that what you mean? They laid down their arms before an Edirnian general, who ordered them hanged. One and all. If we're to die, we prefer to die bows and swords in hand.
Why are you here? Were you to rescue Ebdahi?
Rescue someone? No, Renna. We flee. The Nilfgaardians have realized they'll lose the war and have renounced us. Without their support, we stand no chance. Demavend has loosed his hounds. They hunt our units one by one. He's offered 50 gold pieces for the head of each Scoia'tael. It's the same in Temeria and Kedwen, if not worse. We wish to join with your Veth's unit, flee together as far as we could. It was our last hope.
Why do you tell me all this?
Because you listen still. You've not ordered me killed, so you've clearly a heart. Eseth Aina Edu. I beg you, so few of us remain, all tired, all wounded. We pose no threat. Let us leave your realm. Let us flee.
You know, I won the war. I'm gonna be nice. Probably make my army mad.
Enough senseless killing for one day. So be it. You're free to leave.
I don't know how to thank you.
Make certain I don't ever regret this decision. 'Twould be thanks enough.
True dat.
I thank you for your compassion towards me and all my folk.
Meve personally unfastened the prisoner's chains as her Lyrians looked on in silence. They did not approve, this was clear. Their displeasure was palpable.
Figured they were not going to be happy. Oh, well that... Oh, I thought that almost let me cross. Master Nilfgaardians, the time when you could demand, require, and expect has come to an end. My payment is non-negotiable. Not the amount nor the currency. Your florins are now worthless than Sidarian coppers. I give you until tomorrow. After that, safe passage to the border will no longer be possible due to Queen Meve's approach from the south. Dang, look, there's a Scoia'tael army we just beat. the ones that died, just chilling. Somebody needs to clean that up.
We're building all anew. Treat yourself to our new view. For a better future through and through.
People and their singing.
Birds foundations hoist the walls. Then we'll revel in its halls. Everyone's doing their part to rebuild the homeland.
Good.
Birds foundations hoist the walls. Then we'll revel in its halls.
There's a lot of rebuilding to be done. Nope, nobody else to talk to. Oh. Well, what do we got in here? Letter from Commando Leader. Translated from Elder Speech. Fengil, Nilfgaard has betrayed us. They've told the Nordlings our positions, exposed all our hideouts. The peace treaty will contain no guarantee of amnesty for the surrendering arms. You know what that means? We must flee the northern realms. Take your entire commando to the agreed upon location as fast as you can. I will wait a week, then move east. Lorvith. Alright. Just blow the rest of our money here. Oh, we got people we can talk to? Dang. Whoa.
Always good to see the Queen. How can I help you?
What will you do after the war?
Our conversation in Mahakam. Do you recall it? When you resolved to join my force, leave your homeland.
Of course. Clear as day, that. You saved me and my clan. I'm in your debt. Will be for some time.
Forever is the word.
Well, we've won the war, and you had a hand in the victory, heavily so. As I see it, you've more than repaid your debt.
I figured. Speechless.
Feeling a wee bit choked up, as King Desmond said when an assassin's bolt ran clear through his esophagus. Come here and give us a squeeze.
Later, perhaps.
Later.
But Gabor, any plans for what comes next?
Ha! I wasn't expecting to have this chat, so I'm a bit caught with my knickers down past my knees.
War's over, but we've much left to do. Our relations with non-humans, for instance. I mean to improve them. And I think you could help, Gabor, greatly so.
Meaning, you'd like me to stay in your court? I'd see it as an honour, your majesty. An honour true.
We shall return to this
Farewell.
conversation later.
No skin off my back. We seen each other, your grace.
Huh? What is it now?
What will you do after the war?
The war nears its end.
Sadly,
Sadly, why?
I survived. Again.
He was trying to die.
Rebuild your land, Queen. Enjoy your life. Me and my men, we'll be moving on.
Dang.
Arnulf, in Lyria and Rivia, your past matters not. Nor does your shame. Stay.
What about after? What do I tell my ancestors when the time comes? I yearn to sit at their table, lass, and drink mead in their company, so go I must.
So
So
long.
long, Arnulf.
Let's do Ache.
Your grace?
What are your plans now?
The war nears its end. What next for you, Sir Ake? Will you remain in my ranks?
Alas, I cannot, as you know, your majesty. Having taken an oath, to it I must remain devoted.
It could take some time, this ridding the whole world of monsters.
Yes, but 'tis not a task for one man and his life. 'Tis a task for generations of noble knights. I have but begun this endeavor. 'Twill be for others to complete it.
Have you found any successes yet? Or promising prospects?
Truth be told, no. A life of poverty lived by the strictures of the good book attracts few. But, God's willing, I shall yet find one worthy to carry my sword and continue along my path.
I sincerely wish you do, Sir Ake.
Farewell.
Farewell, Ake.
I'm pleased to see you again, Mom. You need something?
What will you do now?
The war's near its end. The future, what does it hold for you, Isbel? Wise counsel will always find a place at my court.
A tempting offer, Mom. So be it. I shall stay. But I've one condition. You're never to force me to wear shoes.
Deal.
Ha! These terms I can agree to. Duty
Farewell.
calls. I must go.
Of course. Should you need me, I'll be here.
Maeve, I must say it again, I'm sorry. And I thank you for forgiving me.
No need to say any more, Gascon.
But you've got to know,
Every time you bring it up, I'm tempted to change my mind. Now let's turn to the task at hand.
About the Brossards.
Listen, I'd wish to speak again of...
wait, I know what of, and you know it's a topic I'd rather not dwell on.
It won't help to let those thoughts fester.
And what would help? Barring a magical leap into the past, of course. Maeve, believe me, I've shed tears enough for my family. I've no need to think of it, no need to speak of it. And certainly not with you.
Dang. What will you do when the war ends?
So, what awaits you now? What will you do?
Been contemplating it of late. Thought I might go back to the life of an outlaw. Not that I'd expect you to approve.
You're quite right, I wouldn't. It's why I wish to make certain you'll not feel tempted. Gascon, I hereby bestow upon you a number of estates near Scala.
What? Maeve?
Wow.
Damn it, I don't know what to say.
Ha! A first?
Thank you, Maeve. 1,000 thanks.
'Tis I who should thank you, with all my heart.
Time to
It's time
go.
I attended to other matters. Farewell.
Your Grace, I wished once more to express my gratitude for your show of mercy.
I showed mercy, true, but felt much more. Anger, pain, now resentment. You hurt me, Reynard. Wounded me to the bloody core. I don't know what else to say on the matter, so let's not speak of it.
As you wish, Your Grace.
What will he do after the war?
The war nears its end. What next for Reynard Odo?
Whatever you command, Your Grace.
Ugh.
Is something amiss, my lady?
Wow.
To be perfectly blunt, I've no wish to give you orders anymore.
Your Grace, would you wish me to leave? Remove me from the court?
Come on, Reynard.
No, Reynard. I'd wish you to stay, but I'd no longer wish to be your queen alone. Do you catch my meaning?
Well, do ya?
I do, Maeve. I do.
Must
Time
go.
I attended to other matters.
All right. Back to the map. Hey, what up, Jwolf? No, unfortunately not. I think I'm just about to the end of this. I think this is the end right here of the main quest. This is map 5, I think, or map 6. So... Alright, let's do this.
Side by side, we'll kick those black clads across the Yaruga. Long live Eden! Long live Rivia! Long live Hyrule! It'd be an honor to fight at your side, Majesty.
Alright, dang. launching all our catapults. Oh. Look at that. Hey, no worries, Jwolf. You're more than welcome to catch up on my YouTube channel. I've got my playthrough starting from there. So, other than that, have yourself a good one. Thanks for dropping by. Alright, I guess I'm going up north. Oh, right here. This is where I'm going.
The Lyrian Corps neared Aldersburg, and it could not have been on a more idyllic day. The sun shone, birds sang, trees rustled in a light breeze. But Meave saw it as she had at the war's start. Walls illumined by a fire's glow, the cries of fleeing civilians, the stench of burning flesh. As on that day, Aldersburg was under siege. At this time, Eden's flags fluttered in the field, while Nilfgaard's tattered sons crowned the fort's towers. The Queen found Demavend's tent without difficulty, made of sheets of silk edged with silver thread.
Of course.
Positively shone,
Seems the realm's restored to a virtuous path.
muttered Meave.
Aha! There she is! Queen Meave, savior of the North, the Sun Slayer.
Mockery I don't appreciate.
I wouldn't dare. Not
I
my
like
words,
that.
though.
Sunslayer.
You've been painted thus in song. Master Dandelion himself wrote a ballad. The
Nice.
Battle for the Bridge. If you take the bard at his word, you're as fierce with a blade as any witcher.
That's probably overly exaggerated.
Is that jealousy I hear?
To be perfectly honest, Meave,
Yes.
it is.
Yep, it is.
For I hadn't the pluck nor resolve. And when all the North tuck-tail went to shite, you alone stepped up and bared your fangs. Let it be a lesson for the future to us all.
And your son, how is he?
You called out the future. Tell me, how's your son?
Baldwin. Ah, growing like a weed he is. And a spitting image of his old man.
Good news all, especially given the mother's profession.
She's now Countess Demeretta of Gullet, a lady of the court.
What about your wife, bro?
Oh, your lawful wife must be thrilled.
Hard to say in truth. I've not seen her in some time. Duty keeps me away, you understand.
Soon it probably won't.
You work hard, I'm certain. Many a night, too.
You might say so indeed. But enough about me. As we're chirping away like two gossips in the field, do tell me, what a villain.
Oh. You're gonna make us talk about it.
He perished in the assault on Rivia Castle.
Oh my. Fighting for which side?
The right one. Demavend, the wound is fresh, the pain immense. I'd rather we not speak of it.
For the future, what are you on about?
A lesson for the future? What do you mean?
My dear, this war won't change a bloody thing. Nilfgaard will be Nilfgaard, the North, the North. We'll sign a truce. The Blackclads will turn tail towards home. But the old borders don't satisfy us so.
I'm perfectly satisfied with them, thank you. And I just wish other folk would respect them too.
You're one hell of a warrior, but you're no strategist at all. Your perspective, you've got to broaden it. Nilfgaard, we cannot allow it to regain strength and spirit, else we'll face another invasion within a decade or two.
Yep.
Measures are required. Preventive, preemptive, whatever the learned call it. Build an army, a vast one, Wait in ambush. And when they least expect it, break their bloody spine. Just think, if we were to join forces.
Enough. I don't wish to hear it. Won't even entertain the thought. I'll help you take Aldersburg, but then I'll go home, where, God's willing, I'll live to a ripe old age.
As you wish. We can mount the assault at any time, but...
But...
My scouts report a small Nilfgaardian force approaching from the south. They've stayed off the roads, moved only under the cover of night, escorting someone.
Who?
I've no notion. Could be a mage. Devilishly unpredictable, that lot. Could wreak havoc in our ranks. Either way, before we rush at the walls, we must make certain they don't reach Aldersburg at all.
I shall see to it.
Are you sure? You've just arrived. Must be weary after the long journey.
We'll take care of it.
An understatement if I ever heard one. But I wish all this to be over, quickly.
Neve set out after the Nilfgaardians immediately, a cavalry escort in tow. Her unmatched scouts, who had led the army through the mountains of Mahakam and Angren swamps, quickly found the enemy's trail.
This way, Your Grace. It's not far now.
That very same day, Neve's force caught up to the mysterious black-clad unit. Lyrian riders surrounded the foe, forcing the Nilfgaardians to halt. All fell so quiet, the creaking of taut Lyrian bowstrings could be discerned.
The common tongue. Which of you knows it?
I do, Your Majesty.
You also know who you deal with, I see. What is your name?
Kaldvin, Your Majesty.
At last. A Nilfgaardian name I can pronounce. So, Kaldwin, it seems this war will reach its end in 2 days' time at the most. 'Twould be silly to die today, wouldn't you agree?
It would, milady.
Precisely. I've spilled enough blood. I've lost the appetite for more. So, provided you don't give me a good reason to kill you, you'll walk away with your lives. Now tell me, you carry something for General Ebdahi. What is it?
A letter.
From whom, if I may?
Urgent to the point of insanity, it must be. Who wrote it? The dear Madam Ebdahi?
No, Your Majesty. The Emperor.
Ooh.
My. A letter from Emir himself. You must be an important person. A noble or... Yet your uniform is simple, with no discernible distinctions. Who are you truly, Kaldwin? A spy?
A simple messenger, Your Majesty.
Don't lie. I know messengers, how they travel. Alone, armorless, atop a swift steed. You're escorted by cavalry of the heavy sort.
For I often carry orders the recipients don't wish to perform, thus the escort.
Give me this letter.
Give me the letter.
I've sworn to deliver it to General Ebdahi, or to die in the quest to do so.
Oh, very well. My translator shall read this letter, then return it to you. You shall break no vow, and who knows? You might even survive.
And if I refuse?
Guess.
So be it. I accept your offer.
Neve's translator cracked the seal and read. And as he read, his eyes grew wide as saucers. Then he whispered in the Queen's ear.
Oh, snap. That letter. I bet that letter is telling Adept to basically kill himself. I bet that's what that letter is.
Truly. And you're certain you're not mistaken. The wonders of this world.
You're not going to tell us?
Kaldwin, consider this your lucky day. I allow you to complete your mission, with one proviso.
And that is?
That when you hand him the letter, You will give the General my regards.
Yeah. I think that is a letter telling him to commit Sudoku. I think that's what it is, right?
As
Suicide?
Corbin and escort set off towards Aldersburg, the Lyrian soldiers looked at their queen with disbelief. To leave a Nilfgaardian to fulfill a secretive task. Meve failed to stifle a rather mean laugh. They'll understand tomorrow, she thought. General Epdahi had prefaced Lyria's and Rivia's invasion with a series of arrogant demands. The Nilfgaardian had been impudent, as he had felt sure he'd achieve a quick and decisive victory. Yet several months on, he too received an ultimatum. One signed by Emperor Emir var Emreis himself. The missive was concise and left no room for interpretation.
Yep.
With General Epdahi dead, the Nilfgaardian army descended into chaos. The kings of the north, united, took advantage and struck at the foe. Their victory was complete. The Nordling forces cheered their commanders and monarchs, but for none so vehemently as the one queen among them. Many dream of achieving the impossible. Meve had done it. Through wit, determination, and boldness, she had thwarted the Nilfgaardian invasion. The queen would rule for many more years. Stern, yet ever just.
Ah, so a lass saved the North from the Blackclads.
That is one way to put it.
Well, I'll be damned. And a chap, she find herself out in the end?
Leave it be. Bloke's been spinning the tale all night. Story's done. Time we got some shut-eye.
Yes, particularly as we've yet a long road before us.
Phew. Throat must be parched as old leather after all that. Except, I'm itching to know what happened to the lot of them. Reynard, Gascon.
Ah, very well. Whom shall we start with? Willem?
We know
A
what happened to
pawn,
him.
A tool in others' hands. Most, if not all, had seen him thus. Yet in the end, he proved his worth soundly. Though he'd started the war a traitor, he perished in the fray a hero, and would be remembered as such. Having settled in Rivia, Gascon embarked on a life worthy of his noble origins. In doublet and ruff, he looked to his ample fields and livestock in daytime, attended banquets and feasts come the eve. And then one night, he grabbed his bow and quiver, saddled his favorite mount, and disappeared without a trace. Though
Gascon.
Nilfgaard owed its defeat chiefly to Meve, in the Empire her name was uttered with utmost respect. Returning soldiers spoke in awed tones of her courage and generosity, referring to her as Gvedin, the tenacious one. With the advent of peace, tensions waned. Lyria's and Rivia's disparate races seemed to live harmoniously, side by side. The Queen pressed for new laws aimed at curbing oppression. They were a step towards more enlightened rule, yet sadly were habitually broken. And Meve?
We tried.
As I said, she ruled with an iron hand, not fist. Reynard ever at her side, tempering, supportive. No longer a general and trusted advisor, he had to the Queen become something more. Much, much more. And now, if you'd allow me...
Course. Leave him be, lads. Let him get some rest. Till the time comes for the next tale.
Ooh. Wow. This was a great game. Now, it is very unique in the sense that, you know, it's a card game wrapped around RPG elements, but man, I had a lot of fun with this. I really did have a lot of fun with this. Whew. Things I don't know that I touched on much either with this game. Man, voice acting, spot on. Music, awesome. I can't go wrong with the Witcher music, regardless. But dang, what a good game. Alright, well, I think that's gonna finish it for me today.